My name's Katie Finn. I'm a jewelry designer from New Orleans and I live in Brooklyn. I have a jewelry line called Elizabeth Street. I knew I wanted to be a jeweler when I was in college. I went to Savannah College of Art and Design and I started out studying fashion, but I learned pretty quickly that I really hated assembling garments. I took one jewelry class, the Intro to Jewelry, and I knew it was just the right world for me. I clicked much more with metal than I did with fabric. It was a very rapid transition into developing a fine jewelry line. I started integrating unique stones, slices, precious stones, but maintaining simple processes and using really rugged techniques to get the look across that I wanted, which was refined and rugged, but high-end. And something that you could wear every day, but something that you can pass on to your kids. I'm inspired by the material. If I'm using metal, I like to hammer it, file it, make it rugged, not make it too perfect. And if I'm using a stone that's a really unique shape or cut, then I'll stick with that and base the piece around that stone or that shape. The process of jewelry making and the way that I use it, it's not very different from the way that they've been doing it for hundreds of years. But everything I do is essentially handmade and every material that I use is ethically sourced. I use 100% recycled gold. All of my stones are conflict free, and that's important to me. If I'm building for my own personal collection, I don't sketch. I never sketch. And I'm really fortunate to work with retailers that believe in what I do 100% of the way, that they give me creative freedom to make what I make. I think the most important thing is that I keep changing the work and updating it constantly and not getting stuck in like one specific niche look, because you've really just got to keep constantly changing and evolving. There are certain kinds of stones that I use that go against the grain. Like I use black diamonds because I think they're beautiful, but they don't have the same monetary value as a white diamond. I like white rose cut diamonds as well, and I use those in my work. I use tourmaline slices and lapis and emeralds. I work based on the color, based on the cut of the stone, and I don't necessarily go for the color of emerald that is going to have the most expensive market value. I go with the emerald that I think is the most beautiful. But it's important to me that I use materials that last, so that down the line somebody can have something that I made and that the work that I make will be a part of somebody's family or somebody's life for generations to come.